Hey, it's me, Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling in my life. If you have not, sub to the YouTube, follow on TikTok. Hello. It is 91 degrees. It is hot in this apartment, so let me get to it. Let's talk about it. Seth Rollins, yes, Seth Rollins is going to face Damien Priest at Money in the Bank. What do we think about that? I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't like it when people just return and they just get handed an opportunity. And I feel like at this point, it should be someone else at this point. I don't know why it would be Seth Rollins. He literally was gone for a little while. He wasn't gone that long per se, but he was gone and he was an active competitor for a while. Um, this will be good for Damien Priest's reign. I guess this is a rematch technically, because no, it was Drew that he won the title from. Never mind. I recall Drew is the one that got cashed in by Damien Priest. But that being said, this will be a nice one-on-one match. Maybe this will solidify Damien Priest as a competitor. Him being put over Seth Rollins. Oh my God, it's really hot. It is really hot. And I turned off the AC so I can talk, so it wouldn't be overpowering my voice. Hopefully it doesn't ruin my face and melt my makeup. I'm going live tonight for a Raw review, live on YouTube for a Raw review. I said I was going to do that once a week. Not just Raw, but other wrestling shows, but I'm going to do Raw. Tonight, let's get back to it. Seth Rollins, will he win? Don't think so. I don't think that Seth Rollins is going to win. I don't feel like that is what is in store. I honestly think this is something for Damien Priest. This is going to be a good win for him. I feel like Damien Priest, his title reign is going well so far. Will I say it's the best title reign? No. He is a fighting champion. He doesn't scare you off. It seems like he doesn't want the Judgment Day to be involved in his shenanigans. Well, let me rephrase that. It seems like he doesn't want any shenanigans going on during his matches, so he usually doesn't want the Judgment Day with him. I'm glad that they got banned from the last match. It was just a good showing to show that Damien Priest doesn't always need the Judgment Day, so I kind of see what WWE is doing with the booking. I will say, I am going to be real, I wasn't a huge fan of Damien Priest. I didn't get him on the main roster when he was doing that pose. I still do that pose. And I remember he was the United States champion. I was like, he looks such like a badass, but I just hate that little pose with the arrow that he always does. It just wasn't fitting to me. But now the way he looks with the colorful hair, he still has the colorful hair, the vibrant outfits, but he still looks like a badass now since he joined the Judgment Day, since we have a little bit more character development from him. But when he was, had the colorful hair and was doing those poses and he was kind of new to the main roster, it's kind of like, who is this person with this colorful hair and why is he doing this stupid pose? So I'm glad that they amped the ante with his character. Now I take him really serious. It kind of showed that I did see there was potential in him. I will be honest and say that, because I was mad. I was like, why do they keep having him do this stupid pose? He was such a badass in NXT. Why are they making him water down? So I was a little upset because I didn't like what they were doing with Damien Priest when he first joined the main roster. So I cared to some extent to talk about him, but I'm trying to see who would end his reign realistically. Would Seth Rollins be the one that would end his reign? That would be very interesting. That would be very interesting if Seth Rollins is the one that would end his reign. Technically say that he didn't lose the belt to Damien Priest and that he wasn't the real champion. I can already see that being the story. But I don't feel like that's going to happen to Damien Priest. I like Damien Priest. I'm be honest, I'm a huge fan of him. I'm part of the LGBT community. I do think he's handsome. To be honest, I know they call him the bisexual, Undertaker. I wouldn't care if he's a bisexual Undertaker. I'm just being honest. He has the moves. He has the distinct look. I know a lot of people like to talk about his look and mock him, but at the end of the day, people are still talking about him. I feel like this is his moment, so I'm glad that he is the champion. Kind of sucks that Rhea is gone. I feel like it would have been a powerful dynamic if you would have had Rhea and Damien Priest running the division together. But we never know when she's going to return. We don't know if he's going to stay champ. He can always be a two-time champ. He always can be a two-time champ, Damien Priest. But Seth Rollins, does he need this win? No. Is he going to put over Damien? Maybe, maybe. We shall see. We shall see. I'm back from my trip from Chicago. I didn't really post me talking, but this is Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling in my life. So I did post on TikTok and YouTube the footage when I was in TNA Impact. This past weekend, I was in Chicago and I went to TNA against all odds, and I went to the taping for this week's TNA. I did meet Ash by Elegance after the show. A wonderful, beautiful woman, might I add. The next Knockouts champion. You heard it first. But I had a good time at TNA Impact. I've been watching since 2008. The Beautiful People, AJ Styles, Taylor Wilde versus Awesome Kong when she won that money when she was in the crowd, Shark Boy, Beer Money, Suicide. Remember him, the character Suicide, when he was flying from the roof? That was a good wrestler. LAX. Who was that tall girl? That tall the tall lady. Shaka Khan, Raka Khan. I think she was cousins with Awesome Kong. I think she had a thing with Kurt Angle too at one point. Rakesh, Rakahan. Oh, it's a tongue twister, but I've been watching TNA for a while, so to actually be at the show, it was kind of like, wow, I'm actually live at a TNA show, because I don't really think they travel that much. Again, I live in Michigan, so I traveled to Chicago to see this, but Chicago has some good wrestling. I'm thinking about moving there still, but AAW Pro, I heard they have other places, but AAW Pro is something I like. Impact Wrestling goes there sometimes. So Chicago is a nice place if you're a wrestling fan. But Impact Wrestling was nice. My Chicago fun was nice. Staying up till 4 a.m., going to sleep, waking up 4 hours later. But, Chicago is a lively city. I love it when I go there. I hope everyone is well. It is Monday. Follow Pro Wrestling Tea, TEA. Pro Wrestling Tea is a Facebook group I made where I post about wrestling. You guys can post on there as well. It's a group so everybody can post, and we have a group chat. So join. Follow the YouTube and TikTok, Marquelworld, and I'll be live on YouTube after Raw tonight, probably 11:15 p.m. Eastern time for a quick review. But thank you guys. Sub to the YouTube, sub to the TikTok. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.